please imagine that you are a fresh graduate. Let's go back in time. So you're 22 years old, and you're working for your nation's electric company. And it's a very top-down organization. Decisions are made at the top. You happen to be in a meeting with a lot of senior people. And part of this meeting is to solve a little problem. And head office has come up with a new policy that from now on, no civilians are allowed to go within 500 meters of the tower. You have a little problem because this mountain is a very popular hiking trail. So every weekend, thousands of hikers go to the top of the mountain. So you're sitting in this meeting, you're the youngest person there, the least experienced, and they're all talking about how they're going to stop the hikers from going to the top of the mountain. And they come up with the idea that they're going to put a sign at the 500-meter mark that says, stop. They put it into practice, and it doesn't work. People still go to the top. They go back to the table. You're still sitting there. You haven't said anything yet because you're the young new guy or woman. Now they're thinking of other ways to stop them. They decide they're going to put up a sign that says $500 fine for anyone who passes the 500-meter mark. They implement. Does it work? Of course not. People still go to the top of the mountain, back to the table a week later. They come to the table and they're thinking of other ideas, maybe electrical fences, and you suddenly have a thought. You think they're discussing the wrong problem. They shouldn't be talking about how to stop the hikers from going to the top. They should be thinking about how to keep the hikers wanting to stay at the 500-meter mark. Now, you want to say something, but it would mean telling them they're on the wrong track. Now, I want to ask you, as young, fresh graduates, the youngest person in the meeting, how many of you would speak up? Show me with your hand if you would speak up. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing very many hands. A few. How many would not speak up at that meeting? Show me with your hands. Okay, that's wonderful. More of you say you would speak up, which means you have a good level of psychological safety within yourself to raise this. But it's not easy today, is it, with young people today especially? It's not easy, and even more so when companies go through massive change and times of growth. I get a call from a very large organization in the United States, and they want me to train 300 people virtually. I say, no problem. They say, how will you make it interactive? I say, no problem. I'll put them in breakout rooms. I think to myself, well, I've put 60 people into breakout rooms. I'm sure I can put 300 people into breakout rooms. They have full confidence that I can do the job. We sign. I call Zoom and I ask them, how do I put 300 people into breakout rooms? And Zoom says it can't be done. We don't have the technology. Suddenly, I feel the blood flush out of my body. I'm petrified. Because suddenly I have to go back to that company and tell them I can't do it. And the strange thing is, my friends, that even though I'm quite old, I've been doing this for 30 years to companies all over the world. I haven't experienced this new technology. This is brand new to me. I don't know how to do it, and all I can think is three things. I'm thinking, one, I made a mistake. Oh my God, they're going to think I'm stupid. And two, I don't want to tell them. I'm going to keep it to myself. And number three, I'll find a way to work it out without asking anybody's help. Now, this was the stupidest mindset a person could have at a time of change. Because we know that when things change, when there's growth, there's going to be complexity, there's going to be change, there's going to be uncertainty, true or not? And we also know that with complexity, new complexities, like I've heard you talk about this morning, there is going to be more mistakes. There has to be. It's part of the growth.